Tulia, let me tell you, I owe you nothing. What's the issue with you?
Really? You don't owe me anything. And you're asking what is the issue with me? How about I let my fist and lighten you?
People. Will you please just cool down? You know, our class is in a very close watch because of this kind of argument.
But it is not just our class. Why are you overreacting?
Forget I said that. The floor is yours, Angelafis.
Only wild pigs enjoy a smelly, messy bath. Something that I'd give easily.
Whom are you calling a pig? Or maybe you want to skip the lesson so that you can go and skip on that pig bath. Rotten pig meat.
What is wrong with you people, eh? I thought this was a place for quiet study. I could hear you all the way down the hall.
I think you are referring to the library. I mean a quiet space.
Don't test my patience, Atito. I am running short of patience today.
You know, I wonder why we don't have a library by the way.
We even made contributions, by the way, sometimes back. Yeah. Do you know how easy it would be with these takeaway notes?
Come on. You and I both know that is but an excuse. I mean, there are people in worse situations.
Does that mean we should be asking for our refunds, Ma'alimu?
What exactly happened to our money teacher? And before you answer that, have this in mind. I have been here for 2 solid courses.
And so have I, Mr. Acting Principal.
Plus me too.
Needless to say, me also.
Okay, guys, I get it. You're the OGs, unless you need a bigger billboard.
If my memory serves me right, majority of the students in this classroom still have arrears. Besides that slight fee increment, it was scrapped off after you, the students, demonstrated.
So why is my mind telling me I, Theophilus, actually paid for my dues?
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Who knows? Oh, just so you know, I am working on a plan to make this college better. So soon, you will be required to pay a little additional sum on your fees.
What are you trying to say?
Yes, Mr. Teacher, what are you trying to say? This is pure corruption.
Aki, this is not happening again. Eh? We keep giving, and you greedy parties keep on taking without remorse.
Sir, we are straining as it is with the current school fees. Where do you think we'll get the extra funds?
I think you are just trying to burn down the school. Or worse off, to evict us without notice. Mwalimu unaweza fanya hivyo.
You know, I expected you people, especially this lot, to take this news very differently. I mean, how many times have I heard people complaining about the state of the school?
I bet many times. Be that as it may, that does not give you an opportunity to exploit the innocent.
When did this conversation turn into the guilty versus the innocent?
It did when you decided to get an absurd, Kirawade, force-marrying marauders idea from this Michelle's innocent thoughts.
Kenanzi, those are really beautiful ones.
I know, or maybe they discussed this with Michelle, and right now they are just playing us for fools.
Hey. How is me hiking my own school fees an advantage? Do you mind using your brain for once, Ama your mother is going to keep it for you forever?
Michelle, how come you suggest this unspeakable idea when apparently teacher was just working on a similar plan?
Hey, have you heard of a coincidence?
Hey, are you all quite done? May I speak now? Good. So you're all looking at me as the bad guy. But I want you to keenly look at this scenario with an open mind.
You have not answered where the other top-up fee went. It's been over a year now. Don't you think all of us here have ground to be pissed off?
Yes, I get that. The simple answer is, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I was not part of the management team then. I am not privy to the information before my time. But I am not going to dwell in the past. What I am going to do is make a better future for you.
So let me understand this, Mwalimu. You want us to pay more school fees for the future?
Yes, your future, a brighter future. I mean, take for example the building being sold just next to the school. We can buy that and expand. Yeah, we can accommodate you there while we renovate these old classrooms. We can finally have that library you've been wondering about just now. The students who are talented in various disciplines of the sport, they can finally use the school's pitch, you know, as long as we buy new sports equipment.
So, Ma'alimu, you want us to buy an old building, then we renovate. On top of that, you want us to buy hockey players, football players, and basketball players. Kwani, I'm just curious, how much money do you want to add in our school fees?
To make it worse, we are graduating in a year or two. Those upgrades, who are you expecting to be using them?
Yes, you will be gone, but the school is a social amenity. It is here to stay.
My point exactly. I sensed politics a mile away, Mr. Tisha. I can now see that you are taking this acting principal business very seriously.
What are you talking about? Of course, my intentions are noble.
Oh, it makes sense now. Huh? You are seeing a business opportunity for you. It is called seizing power no matter the cost. You want to be the sole runner of the school, eh? And you will do it no matter what cost. So you are doing it by upgrading and delegating.
Oh. Is that why you brought that pathetic Rexine to take over? Is that why you told her not to mind our pathetic English?
Yes. No wonder Mrs. Lexona was here speaking with her nose. So your plan is to bring those Malingo kids to take over after we are gone.
Hey, will you calm down? No one is taking anything over. Eish, it was just a simple heads up. Clearly a big mistake on my part.
You know, I have deliberately been holding back, but I have been reading you. There is something you are not telling us about this milk and honey future of yours.
Because there is nothing to tell. Hey, what a tusome tu. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Mwalimu, hata kesho ufika.
Introduction to contract law. Come on, get your writing materials out.
Finally, some sanity.
Unilateral contract. Mutual promises are not necessary to constitute a contract. Unilateral contracts in which one party performs an act in exchange for the other party's promise are equally valid. Now, what do I mean by this? Let's say, for example, the DCI posts a picture of a most wanted criminal with a reward of 500,000 shillings for anyone who brings the criminal in. Now, that is a classic example of a unilateral reward. Now, another example would be bringing in a lost cat for a reward, or so on and so forth.
Something like this happened to me a while back.
Hey, you turned in a most wanted criminal.
No.
A cat?
No. Who can pay for a lost cat when I can get another one for free? I'm saying someone who was looking for his lost daughter, and my then neighbor had seen her, and so we took her to her parents.
Oh. Yeah, that's another good example of such contracts.
And now my question is, can I sue them because I was not paid for that service?
Did the notice contain a reward?
No, teacher. But as a courtesy, the parents would have paid me something. You know, they say no money can buy a kid.
True. Well, unless it's a black market. But anyway, if you recall the crucial elements of a contract, you realize that your case was not a contract to begin with. It is not legally binding.
This is because it lacked consideration. Because something of value was promised in exchange for the specific action, not an action.
Exactly. Not every agreement between two people is a contract. All right, let's continue. An agreement that is lacking one of the legal elements of a contract is said to be a void contract. That is not a contract at all. An agreement that is illegal, for example, a promise to commit a crime in lieu for a money payment, is void. Neither party to a void contract may enforce it.
Mr. Tisha, I have another question. For example, Tom owns Pete money, but Pete has taken too long to come collect it, and the statute of the limitations has run out. In the process, Tom has gone bankrupt. What happens?
What are you talking about? You know very well you owe Pete money. And you told him to wait until this Friday.
I am talking about a different Pete.
So let me get this right. Tom has borrowed money from Pete, and now Tom is now bankrupt?
My guess was right. I knew it. Ganyanchu here was going to use that to his advantage.
To my advantage? To my advantage how? This is not a court of law.
It sure sounds like one today.
Right, to answer you, Kinyanjui, that is an unenforceable contract. That is to say, a contract that, for some reason, some rule of law, cannot be enforced by the court.
Ah, interesting.
So, in your case, the contract for repayment is unenforceable, and so Pete is out of luck. That is unless Tom makes a new promise to repay, or actually pays part of the debt.
Ah, but Mr. Tisha, Tom is done with that chapter.
No, wait. Now, if Pete is holding collateral, as security for the debt, then he is entitled to keep it. You see, not all rights are extinguished just because a contract is unenforceable. Oh, and also a debt can become unenforceable when the debtor declares bankruptcy.
Quit, Mima.
Over my dead body, you will pay for that debt or bring back Pete's camera.
Hey, Batatito, haven't you been listening? Tom here has nothing, eh? He's bankrupt, totally bankrupt.
Wait, Kinyanjui, I thought you were talking about a different page.
Thank God I grabbed collateral for myself. Hey, ningekuwa kwa mataa.
Wait, is there an issue with you too, Julia? I mean, the characters that Kinyanjui has used, Tom and Pete, they are
my friend Pete and Kinyanjui here. Kinyanjui borrowed his camera and promised to return it in 2 days. 3 weeks later, he tells Pete that he has misplaced his camera and promised that he will completely compensate him. Now he is faking bankruptcy.
Was this all in writing or was it just a verbal contract?
They spoke on phone.
I see. So there's no one to corroborate the story.
But I can. I trust Pete completely.
Were you present when they were making this verbal promise?
No, but Pete tells me everything.
Yeah, well, legally, you cannot be a witness to this case. You see, no one can say with certainty which party is telling the truth.
It's over when I say it's over. Teacher, what if I can provide the telecommunication transcript as proof?
Well, yeah. I believe Pete's case can be helped there, although getting such is not that simple. Anyway, sometimes people say things that seem like a promise, on which others rely. Now, a while back, in some certain cases, the courts began to recognize that insisting on the existence of the traditional elements of a contract in order to determine whether a promise is enforceable, well, it could work an injustice where there has been reliance on what has been said. And that gave birth to the equitable doctrine of promissory All right. This is pronounced as estoppel. So such cases gave birth to the equitable doctrine of promissory estoppel. By the way, this has become a very important adjunct to contract law.
Hey, teacher, we were doing so well. Now you're beginning to lose me. Hey, teacher, can you please explain like I am a class 2 minion?
Okay, the restatement puts it this way. A promise which the promiser should reasonably expect to induce action or forbearance on the party of the promisee or a third person, and which does induce such action or forbearance is binding if injustice can be avoided only by enforcement of the promise. The remedy granted for breach may be limited as justice requires.
Mwalimu, what are you saying? I don't understand.
How do I put it? Yes. To be estopped means to be prohibited from denying now the validity of a promise you made before.
Does that mean the promise that Kinyanjui made to Pete is somehow still valid?
Well, with the promissory estoppel, I'd say yes.
Mr. Tisha, now you are confusing us.
That's exactly my point. The law is very flexible. I mean, as long as you can show proof, anything is possible. I mean, how do people think the case laws were developed? Yeah, it was just getting rid of the rigidity to expand justice.
I told you it is not over. If you want it rough, and rough you shall get.
All right, that marks the end of today's lesson. Now I have a takeaway assignment for you. Now this is quite urgent because I want it to be presented tomorrow, bearing in mind that we have an exam the day after tomorrow.
Hi, Ma'alim. You are full of surprises.
Just like Santa Claus, eh? You like it? Write this down. A. In relation to the law of contract, explain 4 ways in which a contract might be discharged. That is worth 8 marks. B. Obonyo wrote to Katana, offering to sell his car at 500,000 shillings. Katana accepted Obonyo's offer, subject to the price being reduced to 450,000. It has become apparent that Obonyo is not willing to sell the car at 450,000. So Katana now writes to Obonyo agreeing to buy the car at 500,000. But Obonyo responds that he has already sold it to a third party. Katana is upset and comes to you for advice. Advise Katana on the legal position. That is also worth 8 marks. Please note, this is a group assignment to be submitted no later than 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Hi, Ma'alim. How do you expect us to submit tomorrow and it's already 6 p.m.?
If only we had a school library, right?
Right, but you can allow us to submit the day after tomorrow.
You have exams then.
Ma'alim, what about a day after the exam day?
How about the sooner you begin, the sooner you will go home. All the best. Remember, don't Google the answers. I'll know.
My guys, these are very simple questions. If we put our heads together, we can do it.
How about you guys handle this assignment by yourselves? I did the other assignment by myself.
I know what you are trying to do. We all have pressing matters and we are choosing to remain behind.
What is this teacher saying now? No one leaves until the assignment is complete. I made sure of that.
We are the millennial. How will you know?
If anyone leaves, I will leave too.
Nanzui, but mwalimu said no one is leaving.
You all left last time and I, Theo, covered your same. And now no one wants to favor me.
I think Atito has a point. It is only fair that we take this one for the team.
So leave if you must. We are concentrating here.
Thank you very much. Guys, I think the door is locked from outside.
Be serious, Waitito. Like that has ever happened before. Just admit you are weak inside. Talk about God.
Does this situation have anything to do with teacher's text? You know, he said he has made sure that no one is leaving.
Hello?
Yes, Atito.
Teacher, the door is locked from outside.
How did you find out?
What do you mean, how did I find out?
Well, I locked the door.
I wanted to go relieve myself.
Call me once you're done with the assignment.
Teacher, you can't be serious. You mean you locked us inside here?
Too bad.
There is no way telling when we'll be done with the assignment group. Hello? 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 He hung up.
You guys, you will have to excuse me. I have very expensive properties that are unprotected. I will have to save myself. I mean, my business.
And how are you supposed to get out of here and the door is closed? See, I told you the door is closed for you.
I can't believe this is happening to me.
You guys, you know with the calendar and predictable weather, my house is going to be messy. What if it rains and I do not cover the roof with a good paper bag?
I need to call someone for an intervention. If only I can answer the how question. Oh, Kinyanjui, you used to be a watchman.
Technically, I still am. I'm just waiting for them to record me from this wrong unpaid leave.
Do you know another way out here?
If I knew the other way, would I still be here?
Hey, me, I wish the window was still there.
You continue witching. See, you were the ones who complained that the window was a security risk. Look now, it was blocked with wire mesh. That could be our final right now.
What if we break ourselves through the window?
Stupid fool. Have you ever seen a pen cut through a wire mesh window? What tool are you planning to use in this genius plan of yours?
There used to be a banger in that corner.
Not anymore. All weapons, all items that resembled weapons were taken out after that tragic suicide attempt.
That reminds me. How is Nancy doing?
I hear she will make it.
Shall we focus on what's important here?
Let me try calling the other watchman. My phone just died.
Take mine. Call him.
I don't have his number offhand.
Return my phone.
Maybe Mwalimu is punishing us for something we have not done yet.
Will you just shut up if you can't help us get out of this mess?
Hi, maybe just accept it that we have been outsmarted.
Warrior, is this a gunguni?
Farah, please let me sleep. Now you want to bring your frustrations here.
People, do you remember how we have been complaining of skin itches?
You and who?
Agatha, Michelle, and myself. Kumbe, it is this Shisha who has been transporting gunguni from his home to Galas.
Bed bugs, you mean? Please tell me you're tripping, Farah.
Of course, I saw them in this bag. Why will I lie to you people?
What? And I thought my hair was dirty. I really can't believe I had poor people's bags. I'm so going to die. What should I do? Guys, should I shave? Oh no,
Guys, please stop it. Farah is lying. They are here. How come they had not started fitting on me?
This is a good reason to get the hell out of here.
Hey, you know it loaned a friend TC Park, huh? So who am I to know the visitors were around here?
please stay away from me.
Hey, yo guys, you realize we only have one way out of this class?
Which is?
We finished the assignment, call the teacher to release us.
It is too late. When will we ever finish this assignment?
We will never know unless we begin.
You have a point, Michelle. Guys, we don't have to get everything right.
So what's the point if you're only going to fake it?
Hello, Shisia here has lethal animals. Do you mind?
Guys, we can quickly do this. Let's just put our heads together and give ourselves at most 1 hour. Okay?
Shisia, stay away from me. I'll really kill you.
I hear you have a lot of plot and the sharing is caring.
Sisi, will you focus or we give the two of you time to fool around?
Sorry guys, let us continue.
Young guys, I can't believe it is over. That was very fast. Congratulations to us.
If we could have started with assignment, we could have saved a lot of time.
We could have indeed. It's 8:30.
Hey, how come the teacher has not yet come to check on us?
He said we call once we are done.
Hey, teacher, what are we waiting for? Please.
He is not picking. Maybe he is asleep in his office.
It has been a long time. That is very possible.
Please try again.
I have called severally and he is not picking.
Let me try.
Be my guest.
Hello, teacher. Please let us out.
Let you out? Kwani, who is this?
What do you mean, who is this? I'm Agatha, your student. You locked us up in this smelly classroom. I can't deal with this.
Oh, Agatha, are you done with the assignment?
Let us out.
Yes, let us out.
Listen here, follow the instructions.
Teacher,
Did he just disconnect on us?
This is our worst nightmare come true. How can teacher do this to us, surely?
Guys, I know I will die if we are to spend the night here. Aki, just tell my parents I love them so much.
This is but a darim.
Okay, I cannot believe that I will be broke again. How can anyone resist such a lucrative business? Aki, that strike me right now. Mr. Teacher has finished to be comparative.
Maybe Mwalimu will come back.
He's not coming back.